Hello, hello. This is Sebastian Moyapasa from Tucson, Arizona, United States. And you are in your channel, Geology, Life, and Healing. And this time we're going to talk about the history of the planet Earth with fossils. And fossils are divided in two main groups. Microfossils, fossils that are only seen under the microscope. And the second group is macrofossils. So the fossil that you can see with your eyes without using hand lenses or microscope. So prepare to enjoy this video. So just let's go. Enjoy! The history of the planet Earth with fossils. As you can see in the first one, this is an amphibian. Everything now is petrified. Everything's rock. The next one, this is a trilobite. You know, all the shapes complete. And this is ammonite. The ammonite, you know, very nice. And this is the modern fish. And let's see the next one. So in this one, we are going to see the definitions. The definitions we have, it says geology. Now, the science that deals with the Earth's physical structures and substance, its history, and the process that act on it. Paleontology. Now, the branch of science concerned with fossils, animals, and plants. Fossil. Noun, the remains or impressions of a prehistoric organism preserved in petrified form as a mold or cast in rock. Geological time scale. It is a system chronological dating that relates geological stratigraphy to time. It is used by geologists, paleontologists, and other earth scientists to describe the timing and the relationship events that have occurred during the Earth's history. The unit of geological time is 1,000,000 years. Okay, so next, let's see the next one. And I see, yeah, one more. I like this one because this is the first time that the universe is forming. We are talking about 14.8 billion years ago, when it was in a fraction of a million, 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 5 times million of a second. It was this huge explosion in everything what it was energy. And energy after 200 million years, because of the great sculpture of the universe is the gravity. They put places with a lot of heat, over 1,000,000 of degrees, and starting making the first atoms, hydrogen. And from the hydrogen became more elements and started to make the first stars. In the heart of the stars that were making other elements like carbon, that we use carbon, silicium, nitrogen, all the elements that we can know it. And that was 4.8 billions, and later on, yes, pass and making more elements, and some of them just make it a huge explosion that we call a supernova. In a supernova, at the end of the life of the stars, that's what makes iron, the iron that we use in our bloods, copper that we use for electricity, uh, gold that we use in the rings, and uranium that we use for electricity, and all these heavy elements at the end of the stars. And so made up to 4.8 billion, that's where the planet Earth started, and there was nothing in it there. It went, and up to what is 4.6, the moon show up, and up to 2.8 billion that after the first ocean show up, the first microorganism starts living in there. And from 2.8 billion up to 500 million, 2 billions it has to pass, and only there was microfossil living things in the ocean. And the biggest explosion in life, it was in the Cambrian explosion, the Devonian, Mississippian, Pennsylvania, all the life what we know up to 250 million. That's a Permian extension, 70-80% of all the living things that show up. It was a massive day off. And the rise of the reptiles show up, all the dinosaurs up to this point, which is 65 million years ago, when the time show up for the mammals at the end of the extinctions of the dinosaurs show up all the mammals that we know, the modern mammals that we know, and up to 1.8 billion the humans show up. In the last part of this Holocene era, in the Quaternary period, that's the human show up. That's very interesting, isn't it? I like it. Next, Outback on this one. So this is just in the planet Earth. So we see in this 4.6 million years ago, there was no life up to 2.5 billion. In 2.5 billion show up this microscope fossils. And these microscope fossils that they were plants and animals, those were creating the oxygen on the planet Earth. One of them, it was the cyanobacteria. And that's in the Proterozoic era. And the biggest explosion on life show up in the Cambrian explosion, 500 million years. All this Paleozoic, the prehistoric fish, and all the living things we can know, it show up over there. The massive, gigantic extinction, it was in the Permian, at the end of Permian time, and the time for the dinosaurs show up, and it went up to 65 million years. So it was 185 millions of the dinosaurs live and reign on the planet Earth. They have also 60-70% of extinction of the animals in that time, of species in there. And then 65 million years ago up to now, all the mammals show up, including humans. Humans show up in 1.8 million years. And in 10,000 years, it was the last age of ice age. So when finally humans, as we know, exist. Next one, that's what we saw. And now we are going to talk about microfossils. Microfossils is basically, they were plants and small animals we call planktonic forms in the 3.8 billion to 2.5 billion, 1.3 billion. They call Archean era. And yes, you can see in this part, there's 100 microns. So two diameters of the hair is 100 microns. So one diameter is 50 microns. So you can imagine that this is very small. You can see under the microscope. And that was a 3.8 to 2.5 billion years ago. And the next one, yeah, microfossil, the cyanobacteria. And this is the bacteria, very important bacteria in the planet Earth. And it started 2.5 billion to 550 million. So it's around 2 billion years in the Proterozoic era. This cyanobacteria, you can see it's very small. It's 40 microns, less than the size, the diameter of the hair, but it had a special job to do it. All the ancient seas, they have iron in the water, what happens, the leftover of the cyanobacteria, it was oxygen. So once you have this iron molecule mixed with oxygen, they rusted and went in the bottom of the floor. And humans later on, all the iron age, that's the iron that humans use it. So that's very important uh, um, cyanobacteria fossils that they did for the humans, or any living thing that use oxygen as energy. We have to say thank you to them. Even for humans, uh, we can make fire because there is oxygen in the atmosphere, and we have enough carbon, so we can make flame, and we started to make our food, cooking, right? The fire. So it was very important. The cyanobacteria. Uh, uh, 2.5 billion years ago. Next one. And the Paleozoic area is the 550 million to 50 million, 300 million years. That was where the life explosion started. The amphibians show up, insects, trees, and the first lizards. So it started, right? This is the trilobite, very ancient animals in there. Fish, in ammonite. So very, very, very important. And next one, the next era, this is Mesozoic era of the reptiles, 250 to 65 million years. So they reign about 180 million years. So as we can see, this is the Triassic, Jurassic, early Cretaceous, all these fantastic animals were there. Late Cretaceous, the peak of the reptiles age, and this is Tyrannorex, another dinosaur, yeah, and this too, it's a teeth, I think it is. Next one. So the Cenozoic era is the 65 million years ago to now. So the Cenozoic era is a late life Earth and post snowball Earth. That's the last age of ice that we got it, and the age of mammals and human evolution. We have the mammoth in here, the modern fish, and this tiger, and all the birds that's coming up after the reptiles age in humans as we know it today. And one more time, the resume, very fast, very quick. So the older the rocks layers, the fossil looks less like modern day organism. At the beginning, everything was microscopic. In the last age, we have this Holocene, that's the human time when rise. And the younger rock layers, the fossils look more like the more modern day organism. So we can see the mammoth and the tigers, all the different things. So now we are ready to see more pictures of the fossil that we have. Let's see it. Let's go. In this moment, we are seeing the crocodiles fossils. You can see this is modern crocodiles. The head and teeth, and it's very nice. We have many in there. And next one, another one, modern crocodiles. Yeah, and I think this is from Morocco. Crocodile egg nest accumulation is a nest. You can see the eggs of the crocodile, or the more crocodile eggs, and the leaves and the sediments and the mud. Ammonite, very nice, big, nice. And ammonites it show up almost in all the ages. Even today, I think some oceans still exist. Oh, another beautiful ammonite. Next one. Oh, this is one. We have like six of them, right? One, two, three, four. Yeah, this is a complete nice shapes. Very, very nice. And this another ammonite, complete with the shapes, and it's very impressive how they were. Next one, another ammonite, big one. Everything petrified now. Oh, this is a reconstruction of what it was an ammonite. It looks more like the shrimp that we know today, or calamari maybe. Yeah, no, this is a sea star. You know, in the limestone, another sea stars. Many. Another one. Oh, that's a nice sea star with everything complete in the rock. This is mammals, man. Probably it's a cat. Yeah, complete skeleton. Everything made of rock. Turtle. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, turtle. Complete also. Next one. Oh yeah, yeah. This sea uh, uh, crab. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. And next one. Oh, this is a Oreodont scope. I think it's a mammal. Very nice. The head and teeth. Very nice. Next one. Yeah, this is sea orchid or arches. Yeah, this is very nice. Everything is a stone now or silica, and very nice, beautiful. Yeah, this is the modern fish. As you can see, complete. Yeah, I think this is from Mississippi, United States. Another fish. Something particular of this one. This still has a small fish inside. They think it's they had some lunch in the leftovers there. And another fish, very nice. You can see the bones and very nice. Another fish, and all this is silica, it's red. Yeah, very nice, complete fish. And oh, this is a very nice fish. This is from Austria, Triassic. And this is Heteroleucoptus ornatus, in the name. Very nice. There are some blue areas that maybe azurite or Chisopoda. Who knows? But it's nice, beautiful. Or this is a mammoth tooth. It's a big, another mammoth tooth in here, and horn, probably this one. Or this is the dinosaur eggs. Dinosaur egg nest, big, very nice and complete. It's amazing. Trilobites, trilobites. This it started since Cambrian. Even in the modern days, they still have some trilobites. Oh, very nice trilobite. And another trilobite, beautiful, complete. And I think this is from Morocco too. Yeah. And one story about this one is because we are in Arizona. In Arizona, one point in time, it was a forest, was a jungle. Everything was trees, and this is from 220 million years ago. So all this ones you can see it in here. So those are trees. Change it to silica. Now everything is quartz. Very nice. 200 million years ago. And this is another gigantic tree. You can see a child in here and a older lady in here. And you see big trees. Everything now is silica. Very nice. Oh yeah, another. It's the sediments. Everything was covered, but uh, the trees. It was carbon, made of carbon, but now everything is silica. quartz. Oh, this is the big one. You can see red and yellows. That's iron oxide, and everything is silica. And this is the last one. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. The history of the planet Earth with fossils. It's exciting because at the end of the history of the planet, everything was prepared for the humans to rise. So thank you to the cyanobacteria, which made the oxygen in the atmosphere. So every living thing today uses oxygen. Okay, and then the next video is going to be about porphyry copper deposits, rock forming minerals. You don't want to miss it, and it's going to be very interesting. And the next one, as a request from one of the subscribers, we are going to talk about mineralization on skarn deposits. It's going to be exciting. So questions like Carlin type deposits are skarn. The next one is CRD, carbonate replacement deposits are skarn. Good question. So subscribe, put a like, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. And thank you. See you next time.